Hi, Leo, and welcome to your retrograde review tarot reading. This tarot reading is to help you make sense of all the retrogrades that are taking place right now because there are a lot of them, right? Also, all of this eclipse energy is playing into this retrograde as well. For some of you, this is profound, life-changing things happening. For others of you, that's not so much going on. And the reason for that is it's really contingent upon your personal natal chart, as well as where are you at on your personal life journey opposed to other Leos, okay? Everybody is at their own juncture working on their own things, and so for different Leos, some of this is going to be so profound and changing, and for other Leos, it's very subtle, maybe not even much going on at all. If anything, some of you, it could be where everything's going fine in your life, but you're watching things and people's life around you just kind of explode and fall apart. So, it will be different for each and every one of you. I have listed a link for your eclipse season tarot reading that I did, as it does play into this retrograde reading I'm about to do. So if you have not watched that, I highly recommend. I have also listed links to other retrogrades, Mars, Mercury, etc., if you want very specific information about a specific retrograde, okay? So, Leo, right now, we have Saturn in retrograde in Capricorn, Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, Neptune retrograde in Pisces, Mars retrograde in Aquarius, moving back into Capricorn, Chiron retrograde in Aries, moving back into Pisces, Mercury retrograde in your sign of Leo, and then on August 7th, we have Uranus going retrograde, moving from Taurus back into that first house of Aries. So, Leo, there's a lot of energy. Retrogrades are all about a review in a very specific area of your life, and pretty much we're going to have like everything retrograde with the exception of Venus and Jupiter, okay? And Venus will go retrograde before we get to the end of the year, but many of the planets will already have moved back direct by the time that takes place. So, anyways, what does all that mean to you? Well, Leo, Saturn is the review of your life lessons, the cause and effect of your actions. What you put out is what you get back. What comes around goes around. Karma, essentially, okay? Pluto is the review of where do you need to allow transformation to take place in your life, or where do you need to transform yourself for greater happiness, prosperity, and abundance in your life. Neptune breaks and shatters the illusions, brings all things to light, brings things to the truth. Mars is all about what's triggering you, Leo. What are your hot buttons? And more to the point, where do you need to empower and assert yourself? Where do you need to draw boundaries in your life? And Chiron, any sort of pain or heartache or old wound that you've swept under the rug, just trying to ignore and forget about, Chiron's going to pull it out and put it up in your face and say, no, we've got to work on this. You've got to heal this. You've got to release this so that you can let go successfully and move on, move forward. And with Uranus going retrograde on August 7th, it's barely just moved into that second house, and here it is now returning back to the first house. So that's all about where do you need to tie up loose ends in your life? Where do you need to give closure, let go, so that you can move on and move forward. And so that's all the things you're reviewing right now with all this retrograde energy. And then we have this eclipse energy coming in, basically, making some of the changes for us, causing all that crazy energy. And eclipse season wraps up with your new moon, Leo, on August 11th, okay? So the eclipse season ends with you guys. So I would imagine each and every one of you are going to be feeling this. I don't think anybody's going to not feel this energy over the next few weeks at least. And so as we move into Virgo season, Libra season, okay, and towards the end of the year, things are going to start getting back to normal, feeling better, not crazy, not intense, as the planets move direct, okay? So definitely by October, things should be feeling better and much more smoothed out. Balance and security returning to all of us. Mercury goes direct on August 19th. Mars goes direct August 27th. Saturn goes direct September 6th. Pluto goes direct October 1st. Neptune goes direct November 25th. Chiron goes direct December 9th, and Uranus goes direct on the 7th of January in 2019. So all of this energy really wraps up as we enter the new year, but it settles down and everything starts feeling much better as we move into, Virgo and Libra season. Venus will go retrograde October 5th through November 16th. And that will be a review of your emotional connections, things like that. But again, that doesn't feel as significant to me as all these other retrogrades that are taking place right now. So, Leo, let's pull a card here to see to what end is all of this retrograde and eclipse energy for Leo. Where is this taking you? What's it all for? Okay, so Gemini, Cancer, and now you, Leo, have all received the reflection card. So if you are a rising Cancer or Moon, or rising Gemini, Moon, rising. If you are a rising Gemini or a Gemini Moon, this is very strong and significant energy for you guys, okay? So with reflection, that's all about going inside of yourself. All of this retrograde energy is really pulling you inside of yourself, with that eclipse energy giving you the courage and the power to make any sort of significant change or transformation that needs to happen, to release you from any sort of anchors that are holding you down, holding you back from moving forward, holding you back from happiness, from prosperity, from healing, from consciousness expansion, from growth. It's different for all of you. So we have this review energy, which could not be more perfectly paired with a retrograde reading, because that's what it's all about, right? The review, the reassessment, the reflection, so that we can expand and understand, connect the dots, and allow our consciousness to expand. So, Leo, I'm going to pull some tarot here to look at exactly what are we reviewing with this reflection card. What is all of this retrograde energy leading you towards? And with it, a successful reassessment and review, and the willingness to make the changes that need to happen, where does that lead you to? Okay. Okay, so we have the Two of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. So, Leo, with this, I have to say, many of you, this has to do with romance. And the reason why I say romance, it's because of this Page of Cups right here. In this position, we have a 2 and a 2. So, to me, I'm feeling like two-timer energy. So many of you, all of this retrograde and review has everything to do with like your romantic relationship, your romantic relationships, where maybe you've been cheated on. You may have been dealing with a lot of kind of flaky in and out type of partners. Leo, this is general. This could be your energy, where in the past you've been fake, you've been flaky, you've been in and out, you've been very self-motivated, okay? Because that's what this is about. So either It's you have demonstrated that behavior, or that behavior has been demonstrated towards you, or it's a mixture of both, okay? It's like, there's some people that you were playing with, but there's somebody who had your heart, and maybe they broke your heart, okay? Or, there could just be where you've just been played with all the way around and you're tired of it, and you're like, what do I need to do to change? Because I don't want to give up on love. I don't want to be single and alone the rest of my life, but man, is there anybody real out there anymore? And so Leo is in a very deep reflection about their romantic relationships and connections, all the experiences that you've had within them, for the good or the bad, the way they have, shaped and changed you and grown you over the course of your life, and where you're at now and what you truly desire out of a relationship. So, Leo, let's see where all of this review is leading you towards. So we have the Knight of Swords, we have the Nine of Wands, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. So, this here is like, you're not willing to deal with crappy people. I feel as we move it towards the end of the year, like whether it's romance or it's like your friendships, any sort of acquaintance in your life, if somebody's just a jerk, very defensive towards you, abusive in any way, like you're not dealing with that anymore because you can't. Like, if you're somebody who's very giving and just open, your heart's on your sleeve, and you love, 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 let me be there for you, let me help you out, you're changing that. Like, you're realizing, I can't be that person anymore, because where's my reward? Who's there for me at the end of the day, giving me that type of energy back, okay? For others of you, if you've been that energy where you've just been, playing games, breaking hearts, not very honest and true in regards to love and romance, what I feel is like you're really recognizing that in yourself, and there's a very specific person that you want to make things right with, like you want amends with. It could be like because you want to get back with them, or it could just be where you're like, you know what, I am very sorry for the way this all worked out. It was never my intention. I don't know. It's just like this balancing of energy, because we have two twos here, a balancing of energy in regards to romance for Leo, where, those who have been hurting you and taking advantage of you, you're recognizing that if you continue to participate or entertain those type of romantic relationships, like it will destroy you. There will be nothing left. You will grow empty and cold, and you don't want that, all right? Some of you might have been thinking that you could head down that path and screw love, but I don't see it working out that way. I really feel like, Leo, there is somebody for each and every one of you, and it's just, you've got to get over, some of you, it's like you've got to get over the past of where you've really been hurt and taken advantage of, and heal those wounds, and recognize that, whatever that person did to you, it's not a reflection of your value. If they didn't treat you properly, that's a reflection of their character and who they are. It should never take away from your sense of self-esteem and self-worth, even though I know, like, it really, really can. For others of you, anything where you feel like you're not honest, like you're really going to be feeling that and have this profound sense of like, I want to make that right. It's leading Leo to a fulfillment and a reward of hard work. So, stand your ground very strongly, Leo. If there's anybody in your romantic arena that's really just hurt you, takes advantage of you, and you're feeling strongly like it's time to let it go, you're feeling that for a reason. I feel like bad, lower vibrating energy needs to shift out of your life so that better relationships can move in for Leo. So let's see the outcome to all of this. We have the High Priestess of Water. That's a great card. And we have Complicated. So Leo, it's like we're You've been having the struggle, the heartache, the obstacles, the challenges in regards to romantic love. If we do a proper deep assessment of ourselves, we connect the dots, see the places in which we need to shift and change our energy. If it's truly a matter of just believing more in yourself, because for so many people, that's the hang up. That's why they're treated badly, is because they don't have a true sense of their value, and therefore they tolerate and accept far less than they should ever tolerate, and they don't recognize that they're tolerating less than they deserve. Okay, so from my perspective, that is almost always the case, where we accept less than we deserve. And if you properly assess your romantic partnerships, who you are, the role you play, and then just the behavior of others, and them taking advantage, not being real, seeing the liars for the liars they are, seeing the good ones for the good ones they are. It's like there may have been some lack of clarity or understanding inside of you somewhere about the difference between giving somebody a chance and then just outright labeling somebody as a bad person, because it's hard when you have a lot of feelings to think somebody's a bad person, even if they are, right? So I feel like you're really coming into that clarity about who has truly loved you romantically and who hasn't. And it's like you're coming to a place where you don't want the games anymore. You don't want to play them. You don't want to be played. You want to be real. You want to fall in love. And the more you connect the dots for yourself and transform in the way that you need to for your own personal path, Leo, your life literally changes shape right before your eyes. And where it was all complicated and messy, that just dissipates, and you move into greater connections, deeper love, more mature emotions, very outstanding intellect, not only in yourself, but in the relationships that are attracted to you. And if you're already in a romantic relationship, it's like through all of this reassessment and evaluation, you see how you can make things better in your relationship, or if it's time to just let that relationship go. Okay, so Leo, those are your messages for this retrograde energy. I am wishing you all the best. Take care.